Are you saying I'm good, but I really could do better? No, your better is your best. You've done it already. There's nothing lacking in you. The topic is August 5th, when we are in awe. So, when Michael talked about the book and the way he went on about it, I was in awe. Theme, recognizing the awe within ourselves instead of measuring it up against the magnificent in others. So we go through life, and I know we don't say we are awesome. We never say that. But I remember 2 years ago, I was sitting in meditation or coming out of prayer. It can happen even in prayer. You're amazing, you're amazing, beautiful, and spectacular. You're awesome. Just those words. And of course, I used it a lot and brought it out. When I saw Dawn and her friends in New York and they were doing something, I said, Kylie and I said, whatever these ladies do, are beautiful, amazing, and spectacular. So we use that. But we see the awesome in things and in others. We do not see the beauty, the amazing, and the spectacular in us. Yet we are, because we are created uniquely to be that. So when you hear that as a topic, you wonder, why? It's vain, but I am awesome, and so are you. You are awesome. And if you say it with a little bit of depth and passion, you will feel it. Ground and open up your heart, because you are grounding yourself awesome. So you can take your deep breaths. I'm sure I didn't start with it purposely, because I want you to realize how awesome you are. And in your awesomeness, take a deep breath. Be conscious you're taking the deep breath. No one is watching. I cannot see you. If I take a deep breath, you can see me. You can hear maybe my breath going in and out. But no one is watching you. What is keeping you back? So take a deep breath, just one. Give your awesome self a break. Go in, breathe in for 4. Hold for 7 and release for 8 or 10. Empty your stomach as you release those breaths, because this is what you're doing. You are awesome. And that's why you're taking that chance in your awesomeness to take a deep breath. Hold it for 7 and release it in 10 or 8. And then you can say to yourself, I am awake, I am alive, and I am awesome. Awesome is not the skin. The awesome you are is not the shell that you are in. It's the kindness. There's a young lady that's here right now. I don't know if she ever lasted, Evelyn. She takes care of animals for people. And I can imagine what she sees. Many times she will show you some stuff she does. She sees the awesomeness in everything, in these animals. She sees it sometimes. She shows a picture like Marina does. She sees the awesomeness in something amazing. Sometimes you see the awesomeness from somebody's work and you will say, wow. Like when Loretta makes a cake or decorate a cake and the engines are working and everything, you just go, we see the awesomeness in this. But we do not reflect and look at ourselves and be bold enough to see the awesomeness in ourselves. It takes others to see that. This young lady doesn't come here to write so often. I don't, maybe that's even her first time, but I know her well. So, does she need to hear she's awesome today? Because that's what it is. You come when you need to hear you're awesome or you're amazing. And awesomeness does not mean you are proud or you're vain and all of that. You are awesome. You stop the thing from flashing in your face, the negative energy from criticizing your outside, your skin, your body, that shell. But deep inside, if you are grounded in knowing today I am awesome, you're not here to measure your magic against the magic of others. You're here to witness it. You are a witness to the awesomeness that was implanted in you the day you were conceived. The day you were born, it started to show. But somewhere along the line, somebody stops it. The no becomes the word that you should never use but hear so often. The no. I took the no, and for the first hour after my kids came from school, the no was not told, not they could do anything they want. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here, and you can contact me, and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day. There was no more no's, because all day long they heard no. And I added to it again. So instead of witnessing the awesomeness in each other, in ourselves, we hear the no. And our culture is a culture of comparison. Oh, you're not as good as so-and-so. You're not as pretty as so-and-so. You do not have as much as so-and-so. You are not doing as well as so-and-so. Why are you like this? And so-and-so is like this. And it goes on. So let's talk about awe. When you witness a breathtaking sunset or hear a voice that touches the heavens or see someone step boldly into purpose, do you feel awe? We feel awe when we look at the sunset, the sunrise, the voices like Whitney Houston and all of these, and Madonna, and name them. And then, what do we see when we see ourselves? So, let us go into ourselves and see what is awesome about us. Do you feel awe when you see you? Yes, you do. But then what? Do you quietly compare it to what you think you lack? Are you saying, I'm good, but I really could do better? No, your better is your best. You've done it already. There's nothing lacking in you. Many people will tell you you're lacking something. No, you're not lacking anything. Because if you stay in the moment of now, it's complete. It is as it is, and you are awesome. Do you think, wow, I'll never be like that? Oh, so many of us do. I'll never do that. I'll never be able to do that. That's the trap. That's when you fall in that trap. A trap that we are trained to admire others and overlook ourselves. It's a trap. Admire what others can do, think, or say, or be, or look like. Oh, I'm so short and you're so tall. I grew up in a world when women at the time weren't as tall. So I was at the back of the class, at the back of the lineup. Many reasons for that. The last name being Shillingford, that meant you were at the back of the alphabet. Then Tessa, I was at the back of all of them. Then my height put me at the back. So that is how it was. We are trained to admire others and overlook ourselves. We turn awe into comparison. Instead of standing in reverence for the beauty we see in the world, we start questioning if we are enough. People that have such wonderful voices and can do so well and they can act, they keep asking themselves, am I enough? I'm not good enough to do this. I hear that all the time. Who taught you to rank awe? Who taught us to do that? Our culture did. Who told you that you must be ranked? You're not in the army. You're in life. It's life, and the moments change. Yet we are told we have to do better than so and so. And that is what they were taught. But we're adults now. Can we change that? Yes, we can. We can decide we are good just the way we are. Nothing is needed. We do not need a pin to put us together. We do not need a word from someone to make us feel it, but we look for it. I told you about my son. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't even expecting it because he is highly critical of things when you do not do it just right. But it made me feel good that he could see it. And he felt that he could read it in one sitting because it captured him. It forced him to see. The thing is, this man doesn't remember. I purposely cultivated a vision that was never there, except when I spoke, when I wrote a story for my children, it was so that they could visualize it and imagine it. And it was my words, my tone. He used to tease me and say, Mom, you do all these voices yourself of the different characters. But today, all those years later, he's in awe of what I can deliver, yet he's my son. Was I in awe? No. I didn't know. I just know I enjoy doing it. I just know when I write, my brain tickles me. I know when I'm writing, I feel as if my fingers don't even touch the keys. My brain feels like it cannot stop. And it just goes. And I see what is not there. So that it's better for us to look for awe within us. Now I understand a little that I am good enough to do it. But before that, I didn't. I just did it for the love of doing it. Now I realize I do it for the love and I enjoy it. So I'm good enough. That's, it's better for us to be in awe of ourselves and a higher form of amazement for ourselves than when we send it to others. I know it sounds selfish, but no one is coming to tell you this morning you're awesome. There is no clock ticking telling you they're coming. The awesome king is coming to anoint awesomeness on your head. A child's laughter, a mother's patience, a voice that soothes, a garden that blooms, a moment of clarity. These are all ours, A-W-E. All of that is awe. The business of the screws have started. They're trying to bury things in things that might not be there. But this is their season to show that they're taking care of their future. Is that awesome? Of course it is. That tiny creature, they're taking a nut or something, carrying it to a point and finding a place to hide it, expecting to come back when there is no food on the surface to dig and get it. Oh, isn't it nice? Our awe is not always loud. It's not always public. It's not always on stage. Your quiet grace is awe. How you speak, how you walk, how you perceive, how you absorb. Your endurance through hard season is awe. All the hardships and the challenges that you face is awesome. Everything these ladies do is amazing, beautiful, and spectacular with a nice sprinkling of awesomeness all over it. Picture that in your mind. Your ability to forgive, to try again, to get up and do it again and again with worn-out tools and hands that are patched and cracked and knees that can barely stand on top of the sand. You push your knees so you can try again and get up, but you do it. You can find all of that awesomeness within you, but you have help. You have the pillars. So the awesomeness of mental prosperity is your wisdom. There comes a time that learning just fits into little gaps in our head. Learning a new thing it just kicks in. It just clicks in. And then they all get together and you have wisdom. We didn't have that wisdom we have today when we would go down Truckers Hill at the lake with the bike and no brakes, using our running shoes as brake. Dawn driving a load full of bananas on a 1-ton truck going down the hill. Awesome. I couldn't do it, but I know she did. She would have the truck full of bananas and going down from the estate on that winding road, pushing the gas sticks, actual stick. I cannot drive like that. Awesome. For her, did she see it as awesome? No. I had to do it. That was what I'm supposed to do. That was the job that was given me. So we see that. But then we take that and we put it inside of our little compartment of wisdom. And as we grow, we know what we did. And if I just remind her, she's here, so she might remember that. But those little things fit in little boxes called wisdom. And as we age, mentally we bring them out. Do you celebrate your inner wisdom? A thought that changes someone's life, something you said. The way your mind solves things in silence, have you celebrated that? I know if I just sat here and I thought of it, I would know what to do. That is your wisdom. Mental is awe, found in insight, problem solving, creativity learning. Don't compare your thoughts to another's spotlight. It's their light. You are brilliant in your own way. All lives in emotion. The awe of comparison. All lives in your empathy. The way you hold someone's pain gently. The way you cry for others. The way you offer peace. There is profound awe in emotional maturity. Never underestimate the beauty of your heart. When you feel, I'm sorry, and you can't say anything else. And many people say, my thoughts and prayers are with you. If we really took our time, we don't need to say it without actually just 2 seconds. My thoughts with that family, they must be hurting. Oh God, give them the strength to hold on. That's all. That is awesome. Physical prosperity, the awe of the body. Look at your body, not through the lens of comparison, but through reverence. You have breath. You have motion. You carry the history of your ancestors and the potential of your own dreams. Your body. Every cell in you is working for your aliveness, for you to be alive. That is awe in motion. We don't demand. We just get up and the legs go. We breathe. And we're not saying now it's time to breathe. Look at what happens when we sleep. It does it on its own. And you are looking for honest outside of that. You've got it already. The awe of spiritual connection. Have you forgotten that the same spirit that made ocean and stars made you? So you're not awesome? Of course you're awesome. The creator of this ocean that has several shades of blue and depth and all what is within it, that's natural for it. Even the sandal, the seaweed, it's awesome. Because if you really dry that stinky seaweed and put it in a garden, you have blooms and plants you would never think everything would grow so well. It's awesome though, because everything we need was created so we can have it. The awe of spiritual prosperity is that I am with the Creator. I am one with the Creator. You don't need anyone's permission to believe you're sacred. You are already are. So this one might throw you off. So you've gone through the journey called life. You come to that time of your life, or you're just 26 and you graduated university and you have $500 saved in an account. Is that awesome? Yes, it is. And it's not to be compared to those that didn't do it either, is it? The awe of stewardship. You were given something to hold. You multiplied it. You did not bury it like the one in scripture. You multiplied. It grew. And there you are today, older, with wisdom, control of emotion, realizing I'm okay, I'm beautiful, I'm amazing, spectacular, with a heavy sprinkling of awesomeness. Financial awe is not found in how much you have, but in how faithfully you handle what you have. Because it's only when you manage it well that it stays with you. You give it a bad name, you criticize it, it gallops away just like human. You criticize your friend, you say something nasty to someone that you like, or you behave in that way. Hey, are they going to come back? My mother said, if we treated friends as badly as we treat and crushed and manage our money, we wouldn't have any friends. Isn't it true? Some people don't even know where the money is when they're in the supermarket and they need to pay a bill. Have you seen them? The women are digging their hands in a purse. The men are frantically knocking their pockets. They don't know where their wallets are. Some of them had it in the console in the car. So in the middle of a transaction at the bank, they say, just hold on, I have to get to the car. They go back to get the check that they came to deposit. And when they bring it, sometimes you want to hold it like this because it just looks. If a friend treated you like that, would you go back for more? And you think money doesn't have energy? Try watching your money a little closer. When you invest, financial is not found how much you have, but how faithfully you handle what you have. So when you invest with purpose, save with wisdom, and give with joy, that's awesome. You can also donate, you can give a bit. You do not have to keep it all, but you have to do it with joy, not with regret. I'm not doing it. Do you know when you make that statement during December to your adult children, oh, I'm not buying anything for you guys, I'm just going to give to the kids. Really? You do not have to buy though. You can write a note to your adult child and tell them something they haven't heard from you before, or maybe they have and they never saw it in print. Say, thank you for being my daughter, my son. Thank you for telling me no, but doing what I asked you to do anyway. You have just made that person. Scripture. When Mary said to her son, they have no wine. He said, it's not my wedding, Mom. You already dragged me here to this wedding I didn't want to come to. And now you're telling me they don't have wine? So what did she say? She said, do whatever he says. She didn't know what he was going to do, but she said to do whatever he says, because she knew for sure, although he said no, he couldn't keep no. He cannot say no to his mother and walk away. So let's shift this energy from comparison to recognition. Ask yourself, when was the last time I was in awe of myself? You did something. When last? What qualifies in me as beautiful but undervalued? Ask yourself, your mind, your caring, showing up for others, doing something for others, like watering plants for your neighbors for 3 weeks. And it's challenging because you don't want to be climbing stairs in a 3-story house to go water plants all over Timbuktu, but they asked you. They looked at the street on which they live and they chose you. Is that awesome? Of course it is. Will I tell you, are you crazy? Maybe I will for wanting to do that when you're in your 70s. But you're awesome because you had the energy, the willingness, the care enough to say, okay, I'll do it. So what makes me magical that I never fully see? What makes you magical? When you do something for a grandchild that looks at you and says to you, you know what, Grammy? I will never forget all what you have done for me. You are magical. Because these little people only believe in magic. It's magical. They see magic. What happens is only the magic they see. So, where do I shine that no one else could replicate? Being the mom you are? Nobody could replicate being the Grammy, the mother, the support system, the sister. Nobody can replicate that. Why do I only see awe when I'm looking outward? That is a question to ask yourself. Why? Is it because you still believe in the no's and you're not good enough and shut up and listen, you're not smart enough? Children should be seen but not heard. Are you still there? You have to open the door and get out. There's sunlight on the other side, You were designed in wonder. I know one woman that is very famous said, my parents were having fun under a sycamore tree. But it was under a specific tree. A sycamore tree is not common, is it? And it was summer. So you were designed and created in there. So you are designed in wonder. You're living proof of a divine imagination. So let us look at how we're closing this today. I am in awe of who I am. I no longer compare myself to others. I recognize my divine uniqueness. And now I say in affirmation, I am in awe of who I am. I no longer compare. I recognize my divine uniqueness. Again, you see that. You're not less. You're not behind. You're not ordinary. You are in awe, in motion, wrapped in a human experience. You heard that? You're not less than. None of us are. You're not behind. You're not ordinary, certainly not. You are all in motion, wrapped in a human experience. So live today knowing, in the knowing, witness you celebrate greatness. Live it knowing that I am celebrating greatness. Celebrate your unique awe. And always remember, no one does you like you. Nobody does you as good as you do. And you cannot do anybody better than they can. You're good enough. So celebrate the awesome in you. And if you can pick one thing that is you believe that is awesome in you, so the kitchen is where you shine. So caring is your best gift. Being supportive, listening is your charm. Hello. You are awesome. Showing up when nobody else wants to. Shutting up when everybody else is gossiping. You're awesome. Comparing yourself is not. Stop comparing becomes your awesomeness shining and sprinkling that golden dust all over you. Making assumption. You don't know. Is that making you feel awesome? No, it doesn't. Forming opinions and criticizing others. Is that making you feel you're awesome? No. It's keeping you in a hole. So what about if you say, a young lady said something to me yesterday. Somebody was telling her something about some young lady she knew. And she just knows her. She's not a friend. And I was so pleased when she looked at me and she said, you know what? I just said I don't want to know. Because I'm sure this young lady does not want everybody to know what she's experiencing right now. What do you call that? I call that awesome in action. Have a wonderful and amazing day. Sprinkle some of that awesome golden dust over you. Carry it with you. And if you find someone who could do with it, drop a little in their pocket. Have a great day.